There is a profound threshold we cross when stepping beneath the sprawling canopy of an ancient, undisturbed woodland. The air immediately changes, growing cooler, richer, and heavily layered with the damp, earthy scent of moss and fallen leaves. Shafts of sunlight filter through the dense network of branches above, casting long, slow-moving shadows across the forest floor. In this quiet sanctuary, the frantic pace of the modern world simply dissolves, replaced by a deep, enduring stillness that seems to welcome us softly home. This intuitive sense of peace is the foundation of a practice known as Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. Originating in Japan, this practice is not a strenuous, breathless hike or a hurried race to a distant summit. Instead, it is a deliberate, mindful immersion into the atmosphere of the woods. It is the simple, gentle act of allowing the natural environment to wash over your senses, inviting a profound state of tranquility that echoes deep within our biological architecture. When we engage in forest bathing, we open a forgotten dialogue between our bodies and the natural world. Our eyes trace the fractal patterns of fern fronds and the textured bark of ancient trunks, shapes that our brains are uniquely wired to recognize and find inherently soothing. Our ears tune into the rustle of wind through the upper canopy and the distant melodic calls of hidden birds. Every sensory input begins to weave a tapestry of calm, signaling to our deepest internal systems that we are safe. Beneath this sensory beauty lies a hidden, airborne chemistry that profoundly alters our physical state. Trees and plants constantly release invisible organic compounds into the air, essential oils known as phytoncides. These natural chemicals are the forest's defense mechanism, protecting the flora from harmful insects and disease. Yet, when we walk among the trees and breathe in these compounds, we become unintended, grateful beneficiaries of the forest's microscopic armor. With every deep, slow, intentional breath taken in the quiet woods, we draw these phytoncides deep into our lungs, where they seamlessly enter our bloodstream. This is not merely fresh air. It is a complex, restorative elixir designed by nature over millions of years. As these compounds circulate through our bodies, they initiate a cascade of healing responses, speaking a chemical language that our human physiology understands intimately and responds to with profound relief. One of the most immediate and powerful effects of inhaling the forest breath is the dramatic reduction of cortisol. Cortisol is often called the body's primary stress hormone, a chemical alarm system designed for fleeting moments of danger. In our modern lives, this alarm often rings continuously, leaving us in a state of chronic, exhausting tension. The forest atmosphere acts as a gentle hand, reaching in to quiet that alarm, steadily lowering cortisol levels and inviting true relaxation. As the chemical tide of stress recedes, a physical sensation of unwinding spreads through the muscles and joints. The heavy tightness we carry in our shoulders begins to melt away into the cool air. The shallow, rapid breathing of daily anxiety naturally gives way to slower, rhythmic respirations that mirror the gentle swaying of the trees around us. We are not just observing nature, we are actively harmonizing with its ancient, unhurried tempo. Let us look closer at the delicate architecture of a single fallen leaf, tracing the intricate veins that once carried life-giving water from the soil to the sky. Every element of the woodland environment, from the soft, yielding earth beneath our feet to the gentle hum of insects, works in concert to anchor us in the present moment. This micro-scale harmony gently pulls our attention away from tomorrow's worries and yesterday's regrets, grounding us in the now. This gentle shift in focus allows our autonomic nervous system to undergo a critical, life-affirming transition. We move away from the sympathetic state, the high-alert mode of fight or flight, and settle deeply into the parasympathetic state. This is the physiological realm of rest and digest, the essential mode where the body repairs tissues, digests nutrients, and restores depleted energy reserves. The forest environment is a master key that effortlessly unlocks this restorative biological state. In this parasympathetic embrace, our vital signs begin to reflect the absolute serenity of our surroundings. Heart rates slow their frantic drumming, settling into a steady, comforting rhythm that pulses with quiet vitality. Blood pressure gently drops, easing the heavy burden on our cardiovascular system. The physical markers of tension are replaced by the measurable metrics of profound tranquility, preparing the biological groundwork for true, restorative sleep. The quiet of a forest continues to fuel a deeper sense of peace, rippling outward through the intricate networks of our biology long after we have left the trees. The healing power of the woods extends far beyond the temporary relief of a quiet afternoon stroll. It reaches into the very core of our immune defenses, fortifying the microscopic guardians that keep us resilient, balanced, and healthy. Exploring the science behind Shinrin-yoku has revealed a fascinating microscopic interaction between the forest atmosphere and our natural killer cells. These specialized white blood cells are a vital component of our innate immune system, constantly patrolling our bodies to identify and neutralize compromised or harmful cells. They are our silent internal protectors, absolutely essential for maintaining long-term health and vibrant physical vitality. Remarkably, the phytoncides we inhale during a forest walk act as a powerful, natural catalyst for these internal guardians. Studies have shown that spending even a few hours immersed in the woods significantly increases both the number and the active vitality of natural killer cells in our bloodstream. The protective chemistry of the trees directly enhances the protective biology of the human body, a beautiful, unseen symbiosis hidden in the forest air. This profound boost to our immune system is not a fleeting phenomenon that vanishes when we return indoors. The elevated activity of these vital cells can persist for days, even weeks, after we have left the tranquility of the trees behind. By stepping into the woods, we are making a profound investment in our deep-seated resilience, gathering natural armor that quietly shields us from the invisible stresses of daily life. This modern understanding beautifully validates the ancient wisdom of cultures around the world who have always revered the woods. Long before the discovery of immune cells or stress hormones, humanity instinctively knew that the forest was a sacred place of healing and restoration. The intuitive draw to seek solace among the trees is a profound recognition of our fundamental reliance on the natural world, a relationship that has nurtured our species since the dawn of time. As the afternoon gently fades into evening, the quality of light in the forest begins to change, signaling a new phase of the natural blueprint. The bright, dappled sunbeams soften into a warm, golden glow, and the shadows stretch longer across the mossy earth. The chorus of birds gradually quiets, replaced by the subtle, rustling sounds of the approaching dusk. The woodland is preparing for its own cycle of rest, signaling a shift in the broader natural rhythm. This fading light speaks directly to our circadian rhythm, the internal, biological clock that governs our daily cycle of sleeping and waking. Deep within the brain, a tiny cluster of cells constantly monitors the subtle changes in environmental light, orchestrating the release of hormones that dictate our energy levels. The natural, unfiltered light of the forest, transitioning slowly from day to night, provides the perfect, gentle calibration for this delicate internal timepiece. Exposure to the bright, natural light of the woods during the day suppresses the production of melatonin, ensuring we remain alert, vibrant, and engaged with our surroundings. But as the forest dims, the absolute absence of artificial glare allows our internal clock to recognize the approaching night without confusion. The body begins to synthesize melatonin naturally and abundantly, preparing the mind and muscles for the gentle descent into sleep. By aligning our internal rhythms with the slow, deliberate turning of the earth, we strip away the exhausting confusion of modern, artificial illumination. The forest resets our biological expectations, reminding our bodies of the ancient, unbroken cycle of light and dark that guided our ancestors. We carry this aligned rhythm home with us, a quiet, internal momentum that naturally and effortlessly guides us toward the threshold of slumber. When we finally lie down to rest after a day touched by the magic of the forest, the quality of our sleep is profoundly transformed. The significant reduction in circulating stress hormones means we fall asleep more quickly, bypassing the restless tossing and turning that so often plagues our modern nights. The foundational calm established among the trees translates into a stable, unbroken journey through the essential stages of the night. We dive more easily and deeply into the restorative depths of slow-wave sleep, the critical phase where the body performs its most profound physical repairs. Because the nervous system is no longer locked in a state of quiet, underlying alarm, the brain can fully surrender to this necessary stillness. The cellular memory of the peaceful woods acts as a heavy, comforting anchor, holding us securely in the deepest, quietest waters of rest. This profound foundational relaxation also greatly enhances our journey through REM sleep, the fascinating stage characterized by rapid eye movement and vivid dreaming. When the waking mind is unburdened by the heavy weight of chronic anxiety, the landscape of our dreams often becomes more serene, fluid, and less fragmented. The brain processes emotional memories more efficiently, allowing us to awaken with a sense of true psychological renewal and clarity. The body's inner clock still hummed softly, a quiet testament to the enduring influence of the natural world on our internal architecture. The profound rest we experience after forest bathing is not merely the absence of wakefulness, it is an active, vital process of physiological reconstruction. It is the beautiful culmination of the healing blueprint we activated the very moment we stepped beneath the forest canopy. We realize in these quiet moments that true rest is not something we can force, demand, or manufacture. It is a gentle state we must allow ourselves to enter, guided by the elemental designs of peace. The practice of Shinrin-yoku reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but deeply, biologically entwined with its rhythms. Our capacity for profound tranquility is inextricably linked to the health, presence, and harmony of the natural environments we inhabit. As we drift deeper into the quiet embrace of the night, the living memory of the forest remains vividly alive within us. The slow, rhythmic breathing of the ancient trees is perfectly mirrored in our own steady, peaceful respirations. The invisible, healing chemistry of the woods continues to circulate within our veins, acting as a silent, steadfast guardian of our sleep. In the deepest hours of profound rest, we return completely to the ancient, welcoming sanctuary of the natural blueprint, a design perfectly crafted for our enduring peace.